I'm a doctor, and if your symptoms are being dismissed or you're being told that they're not worth investigating, here is what you should do. And the reason why I bring this up is because there's been too many incidences, and it's happening seemingly more frequently, that patients' symptoms are being dismissed by doctors, and then it leads to an eventual diagnosis of something really serious. Everything I'm going to recommend comes under the umbrella of self-advocacy, but I'm going to break it down into bite-sized chunks so you can understand and start implementing them from today. Now, all of these recommendations come from the assumption that you're going to be recording your appointments, and I'll talk about that more later on. Firstly, when you have symptoms that are worrying you, it's really important that you start to bring a written timeline, not just a list, but a timeline attributed to, changes over time, things that you've already tried in relation to those symptoms. As you may know, lists of symptoms frequently get kind of dismissed by themselves, but attributing one to a timeline that says, look, specifically, I've had this problem, it started here, and in November, I tried this, in December, it was like that carries a lot more weight when it comes to actually discussing with a clinician. So bring one of those to your next appointment. Secondly, in relation to this, you need to make sure that you explicitly say what you're most worried about. And on the whole, I'd say that patients are most worried about symptoms being caused by something serious. Mention that specific one thing that you are seriously worried about and get the doctor to document it. Then you open up an opportunity to be able to rule out that most worrying thing first. And thirdly, if you don't think you're getting anywhere, then you're well within your rights to ask for a second opinion or to just go and see someone else. Thousands and thousands of specialists in the exact symptoms that you're having right now, and you are within your rights to be able to ask to go and see them. You should speak candidly with your doctor that you're dealing with, who is, frankly dismissing your symptoms, and you should explain why it's really important that you see someone who actually wants to progress your treatment. Now, I mentioned recording your appointments earlier, and this is really, really key. It's becoming more and more important to keep your own record of what you discuss with doctors. It's to firstly help you remember everything that's been discussed, and secondly, to kind of hold the system to account. Unfortunately, it's got to the point where patients really need to be able to advocate to push forward their treatment themselves. We made a free app called Advocate to help you do this. It lets you plan appointments, it works as a note taker during them, and it also has a friendly chatbot that you can speak to before your appointments to help you prepare, or afterwards to answer any follow-up questions you might not have had a chance to ask. As mentioned, it's completely free, available from my bio. Now, is there anything else that you'd recommend people to do if they're being dismissed by doctors and not having their symptoms taken seriously? Let me know in the comments.